Hi, everybody. I am back from the Austin Nationals, winner of the Soloway Knockouts. So happy, and I have lots and lots of content to give you from the event, like great hands that came up, some mistakes, some good hands. This first hand that I'm going to go through today is from the first stage of the Soloways. Soloway's a unique event in that it starts with a Swiss teams. It's the only HCBL major knockout that doesn't just go straight into the knockout phase. It starts with a 2 day Swiss, and then at the end of 2 days, 32 teams qualify for the knockouts, and they get reseeded based in a combination of where they finish in the Swiss combined with their actual seeding points that you'd earned in all other events, including previous Soloway events. So this hand is from a match that we played on the first day of the round robin against Greco and Hampson, the nickel team, where I was playing with Warren. It's early, but we really, when you're playing against a nickel team, you always want to play your best, and where we finish in the seeding, we'd always want to end up being higher seeded than them. So every board matters anyway. And so this is the first board of the match. We're actually vulnerable, even though that top left says we're not vulnerable. So I open one no trump with the 16 count, and it goes pass, and partner bids two spades. Warren and I play a convention called range ass, two spades range ass. It's part of our four-way transfers. Two spades, it's either a balanced invitation to game or a transfer to clubs. By playing this convention, it lets us play four-way transfers without having to go through Stamen to see if on our way to inviting, because it's not very good to have to bid two clubs when you don't care about partners majors, because you end up revealing information about the declarer hand when you had no interest in that information. So over two spades, my responsibilities are to bid. I can either bid two no trump to show that I have a minimum and I would not accept his invite, or I could bid three clubs to say I have a maximum and I do accept partner's invite. So if you want more information about that convention, I did a full lesson on our structure that we play over our one no trump. It's available. It's on walpertbridge.com under Gavin's Master Series. I'll put the link down. It's called No Trump Opening Structure. I'll put the link below this video. So over two spades. So here I have 16 points. I have three tens. 16's in the middle. I'm always going to have a tough decision when I have 16, but I have three tens. So even though I'm 4-3-3-3, I like my honors. I like my tens. I'm not going to try to play two no trump. Imps is about bidding game, especially vulnerable. So I'm going to bid three no trump. I'm going to accept partner's invitation to by bidding three clubs. Now partner might pass three clubs because they were just transferring the clubs, but on this hand, partner did in fact have that invitational hand, and so they bid three no trump. Now the opponents lead the queen of clubs. And dummy comes down with a pretty expected 9-point hand. Partner showed 8-9 balanced. And so we have 25 points, and here we are. So you can see that the clubs are wide open. There's a small chance right now that we're going to have nothing to think about on this hand, and that the opponents are going to take the first 5 club tricks. But if they don't have the first 5 club tricks, then this hand, then we've got a lot of interesting things that we might take care of. We might have two spades, we have two spades, 3 diamonds, and 2 hearts for 7 tricks off the top. We have a potential 4th diamond for 8, and we have a potential heart finesse for 9, or an extra heart, and on a great day we might even be able to take 4 heart tricks. But first things first, they've led the queen of clubs. They play Rusino, which means the queen shows the king, or shortness. They're not leading from short clubs in this auction. In fact, I'm pretty sure that they have either king queen jack or ace king queen, because I have the 10, and so the chances that they've led from king queen empty of clubs, they would lead low from king queen 4th or king queen 5th. They wouldn't lead the honor, so they probably have king queen jack or ace king queen. Okay, so on the first trick, it goes 5. I play the 6 to hide my lowest spot, just to make it harder for them to know what about the signal, about what their partner's showing. And then West shifted to a diamond. That's an interesting thing for me, an interesting shift for me, because he's trying to get himself off lead. He's clearly in a spot where he knows we have 25 points, and he's trying not to blow a trick, but at the same time he's risking here giving up his partner's queen of diamonds. So it was an interesting play to me. I didn't really know how to read it, but I was very happy that I now had 4 diamond tricks. So I won my diamond, and now that I have 4 diamonds, just to back up, sorry, before I get into my counting my tricks, I want it to be clear that if the clubs were 5-2, I'm playing against world class players. They were definitely going to cash the clubs. If East had ace doubleton of clubs, they would have overtaken and taken the clubs. They know how to cash their 5 clubs. So I know the moment they don't take the clubs, I know that the clubs are breaking 4-3. So there's that. So yeah, so now I have 4 diamond tricks, 2 spades, and 2 hearts on top. So now all I need is one more trick to make 3. So really, I just have to finesse the heart, and I have to finesse it the right way in order to, because the moment if I take a heart finesse and it loses, now they're going to get their queen of hearts and they're going to take the remaining 3 club tricks that they need to take. So they will beat me if I get the heart wrong. So I started this hand just by cashing diamonds. I wanted to see, usually when you're trying to solve a queen guess, you're going to try and get a sense of the distribution, because if you can figure out, like if one person has a singleton diamond, I would think that that person is going to be the person who's more likely to have the queen of hearts. So anyway, so I decided to cash the diamonds and see what's going on. So I played the queen of diamonds and I played the 10 of diamonds over to dummy's king, and I saw that the diamonds were 3-3. So now that really didn't give me any extra information. I have no idea. That doesn't help me with figuring out who's longer in hearts, and I haven't had any information from the bidding to really know if somebody was more likely to have points. So I still feel like I'm on a complete guess in the hearts. But whenever I'm on a complete guess, I'm always looking for some other way that I can avoid making that guess, like delaying my information. And on this hand, I had this thought that why don't I just play clubs, and maybe the opponents will just break hearts for me. And maybe they'll have to break hearts for me, or maybe they just won't know what to do because they haven't really had such a chance to signal, and they might break hearts for me. So I decided that now would be a good time for me to play a club. If I have to be confident that I'm playing against good opponents that couldn't screw up the club suit, because if I play a club and then the opponents take all 5 clubs, I'm going to feel pretty foolish. But I know when I'm playing against these guys that I don't have to worry about that. So I played a club and went to the 10 and king and the ace of clubs and another one. Now he cashed the last club, which this is the 13th club. So now I'm book. But I what I did was I threw a spade, and now I saw a card that made me very, very happy. East discarded the 10 of spades, and that 10 of spades was discouraging. They play upside down count and attitude. He's telling his partner, I don't have a spade honor for you to play spades. Don't play spades. And what's left for his partner if he doesn't play spades? He's going to play hearts. And so it turns out on this hand, it didn't actually matter. West had the queen of spades. So if they play back a spade, I'm just going to take a third spade trick, and I'm not going to have to worry about the hearts. But because he told his partner don't play a spade, he played a heart, and I was able to claim. So this is a pretty interesting hand in that it started off dicey. And it turns out that the opponents would have been best off if they cashed all 4 of their clubs right away and then got out. Then I would have kind of been stuck guessing the queen of hearts. We did, in fact, they did guess the queen of hearts wrong at the other table, so we did win a game swing and win this match, and that kind of propelled us up ahead of them in the Swiss. Not that ended up being the deciding factor in the event, but it was a nice hand, just a good exercise in trusting when you're playing against good opponents that they're not going to do something really, really crazy, so you can get away with doing something like I did here with leading the club. And also, if you see that you're on a guess, that maybe just delaying your guess as long as you possibly can, either for the opponents to make a mistake and break the suit for you, or on a hand like this where they couldn't really do anything but help me. All right, thank you everybody. I'm gonna have new lessons up shortly. See you soon, and don't forget to come to wolpertbridge.com.